And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a very special event. We have myself, Dan Tartaglione, also known as DTartag1, joining you live for this special thing. Uh, Joining me is the I was going to say something nice, but you're wearing a Vegas Golden Knights hat. Uh,
It
I
matches
guess
the
it's fine.
shirt.
I guess
I
it's fine. Garrett Larson is joining us today. So we have a special top 16 GEMPC event. We have two teammates battling it out to advance to the honor of facing off against Mike Kessling. We have Brian Fred playing against Sam Tashima. What are your
so
thoughts, Garrett?
basically it's two teammates who are going to go play another teammate. So, um, I think it's going to be a heck of a match. Honestly, I'm not sure. Both guys can play a lot of decks well. They've definitely proven over time that they can do a lot of things. It sounds like Brian said he's going with light
Yes.
first.
Um,
So
and
I would
again,
not be shocked to see Shadow Collective from Sam.
I wouldn't be either. Now, I will say this: so there are two matches left in the top 16. This being one of them. The other one is Connor Britton versus Joe Olson. So that one's going to be definitely some fun one. But let's get this over. Let's get this done. Let's get it rolling.
So
Letting the players know that we are good to go. Let's go ahead and hop into GEMP, which just got. How about this? We got some. Of course, Brian Fred. We're on Brian Fred time now. He has to go run to the bathroom.
uh,
But before we get into the game, and Brian decides to that this is now the perfect time for him to skedaddle. For those who don't know, Gemp got itself a nice little update today.
I saw we've got a mute button now.
Like
That's
that's
I mean
kind of interesting. I like it.
I like it a lot. I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm sure now lots of people are no longer going to be able to read when I tell them we're streaming, but I like
I
the
mean, who's really? I mean, who's is any? I don't see anybody muting you, but I mean, yes, if you are interested in muting Garrett because he is a little vocal, to me, and again, I'm just showing everybody this that yes, there is the mute button. The mute button it comes down here in the form of this little button. You can just enter the person's name, say why you mute them, and then you hit the mute user. I mean, you can see like right now, I have nobody muted. So
and neither do I. And Brian apparently has the bladder of a small child because he got back real quick.
I mean, to be fair, he also has the sweet tooth of a small child.
He does.
So here we
So,
go.
all right.
I love it. Okay, we got CCT, a deck that neither of us were thinking Sam was going to be on, versus the new Lightside Speeder deck. So I know that we have a few team members of the new allies in the chat. Chris Goglin, why the Speeder deck for B Fred? But were you putting Brian on speeders?
I was not. I like CCT carbon chamber testing doesn't shock me for Sam. Carbon chamber
No,
testing's
it's a
a
good deck.
deck. It's a toolbox deck that lets you make your decisions. And that's a style of deck Sam likes to play and plays very well. Sam likes to make decisions. He does make good decisions.
Yeah,
And
Brian Fred makes decisions.
CCT doesn't shock me. Speeders is not the deck I was expecting.
No, and having
So
played speeders and gotten demolished with it, I'm a little surprised. Like I actually talked to Brian Fred about it, and I was just not like thinking that it was like I know it has a lot of potential, and it has a lot of potential to get back force if you build it right. I don't think my build was like the optimal build, but I feel like it's always gonna. It's kind of that one deck that's gonna be behind the eight ball when it comes to force activation. You definitely have to protect your sites because your sites offer a lot of damage potential. So but we'll see.
I know when we talked about it, it felt like Scum was a potentially bad matchup for it because they can just keep running guys at you. And that's what Sam's playing.
Yeah.
So I do like in
Okay,
chat,
so we have yeah
B-Fred
we
said
got
he
a
wanted to play something Sam wouldn't expect him to. Well, yeah, that's
okay. So in
oh
the chat,
wow.
what?
Sam activated one force, used it to go get He's All Yours Bounty Hunter.
What?
That was his one force. Wow. And apparently B-Fred clicked so fast he didn't
Yeah.
actually look at the deck.
I mean,
Okay.
like, what?
That's the your 1 in 43 or so chance. Like
Yeah. Like,
that's
definitely did not see that. I mean,
yeah.
now the other thing is he could have got it in his opening hand. I do doubt it
Yeah, but
because of
then
what
he
he
doesn't
did.
search for it. Like
I know, but
Sam's
I'm
not
just
the guy who's going to just give
saying.
up a free reveal just for giggles.
I don't know. It is Sam. They are teammates.
Yeah, that's teammates only go so far.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, and as Chris is pointing out in the chat, he can still pay 2 force to move,
yeah,
but
he's still
you
got
kind
enough.
of
He'll
feel
get
like,
there.
eh.
At the same time, that he's got the 2 force to move.
But like, what are the odds?
He's not really. Brian has no way to go after Fett with any reasonable
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, you
attack
don't know.
in.
And Sam's going to be able to activate a force with the carbon chamber console, so
Yeah,
it's not like he can't protect Fett, even if Sam or even if Brian does have something. Like, he might be playing some characters. Like, I know some builds you see that there's the EPP hobby, so but you got to think that
yeah, but
Brian's going to go. Brian activates one too,
and he's playing his escape pod. Like even the
and he's getting into Dejarik. Like,
throwing it. Well,
oh,
hollow game board.
and I mentioned this. There's a lot of like, I feel like this deck does not have the activation, so that's a card that, I mean, it's a Destiny 6 card that goes get you a free site. It's not terrible, but I don't
I'm
like him not taking a card with the Echo Base Garrison.
I'm confused about so much right now. This is
All I know is the only thing that I'm not confused by is if Bill Kafer, who is in the chat, is he drinking a beer right now?
I mean, it's 5 o'clock for
Yeah,
we're in bill time. So if he's not really, I think he needs to,
yeah, he needs to fix
explain
that.
himself.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I have a different kind of thing right now after my long day at work, so
I had a can of Mountain Dew, so
I'm a fan of the pine trees plus more pine trees soda.
yeah.
So there, okay, Brian goes out and gets Commander Luke with the Echo Base Garrison. He's also going to go
And
get a
that
marker
all makes
site.
sense. Like this is
Let's go on, Bill. And go get the marker site or the Echo War Room. But no, like I said, like, you're getting what, maybe 2 more battleground sites plus the Echo War Room. At most, that's the 6 additional force. That puts you right around 15. So again, with the Jarek Hollow game board, I mean, why not?
I've
I
acknowledged the
always
Euros. I'm happy they're watching. I'm
I
happy
always
Large
forget that
Ford is
Idea
there.
Track is a Euro, mostly because he's Welsh, Wales, or England, and I really don't care. I
If
don't
he's
really
Welsh, you
consider.
don't want to say England, and
Yeah,
vice versa. They that is not a.
yeah, I do understand that, but what I was saying, like, well, no, you're on. I know you're on that island, and I really don't consider that island to be a part of Europe.
So I in chat, the thing that popped into my head too when Brian grabbed the Hollow game board is like, wouldn't I just put Image of the Dark Lord there and say good luck? Like,
Yeah,
how are you going to
Phantom
counteract that?
Menace.
And now
Yeah,
you've just given up a drain of 2 that you probably don't have a great way to go after. Like maybe
Yeah,
you drop projection there, but then you're just trading off,
that's a good point.
and all of it feels like a bad idea. Well, I mean, idea you did exit all of the European Union, so that's you're not part of Europe anymore. You're your own little island.
Yeah, and the other thing is like Idea Trek, you're on so often, like especially like when I'm on late at night, I forget that you're across the pond.
Idea track. Do you want to ask who our country voted in 2016? Like, I don't think
And might be
either of
voting
us
in
have
this year.
any. And I don't think either side of this
Oh yeah. Oh Kevin.
large ocean has a whole lot of
So I finally do
in
see that
between.
Kevin is in the chat. Kevin, I sent you an email about a month ago, and you have yet to respond. Why?
I like how we're basically ignoring the game
Well,
because the
I mean,
game
because the
is
game's
all
in like
set up
second.
right
Yeah,
now.
it's set up,
Like,
and I mean, we know that we're probably going to see Sam drain for two.
interestingly,
He
Brian drew
doesn't
up to
drain.
15 cards. You know, the drain for two here is you'd rather get yourself set up. Like, I
Yeah, and
don't
I
think the drain
understand
for
that.
two is
Yeah.
super important. I think you don't lose that tempo.
Okay. And I
Get
think
yourself rolling.
yeah, and once he gets to row plus IG88, he can get more cards of his force pile. So yeah, I can. That kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. And it's once Brian starts going with his deck, like I said, he has the potential to start retrieving a decent amount.
Yeah. No, both decks. This could actually, oddly enough, be a game that goes a long time
Yeah.
just because both decks don't do a ton of independent damage and they both retrieve a lot. So
And
this could end up
funny
actually
enough,
being
I
a
have a
very interesting.
European call. I have a call from the United Kingdom coming in. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, I know it's not you. It's probably Kevin because they think Kevin might actually have my number, but I don't know. But I'm streaming right now, which makes no
Logan,
sense.
you were at
It's a trap. Yeah. Maybe it's large Porg. Porg, are you over there right now?
he's
Tommy has my
in
number as well.
Spain, I believe.
Yeah, and
I
Brian's
thought
gonna go
Tommy
play Escape Hunt,
Brian's
putting a six back
getting
into his deck, and
how
he gets
many
out
escape?
Cryptosh. Let's go.
Why do you do these things to me, Brian?
I
Why do
don't
you
know.
play
I love
cards
it.
that make me go, "What the heck is
Okay,
going
seriously,
on?" Like,
somebody is calling me from the United Kingdom, and I don't know who it is.
so I'm just trying to figure out.
I'll
I
take over
can't
for a second.
say
Hello?
the things I want to say. I'm very confused.
Hello?
All right, so Sam
Okay, one
immediately
second.
dropped a card.
So, yes, I have Kevin Yap on the phone. Yes.
I4 regional right now.
You're live on. I have you on.
Dan.
Can you guys hear Kevin?
Kevin Jap and Lars Porg right here.
Yep, Lodge Pog and Kevin Yap. Can you guys hear them?
We're live watching from a bar in Madrid. We've called you 3 times, Dan. And you didn't pick up. What was that about, Dan?
Well, I mean, because it's a phone call from a United Kingdom number. I thought it was like some spam.
What time are you in America right now, Dan?
It's 5:15 as we see Brian deploy a site.
Scamden Europe stop at 5 o'clock, so.
Say hello to the watchers or to the viewers.
I'm going to put you on speakerphone now. We have a lot of people with us. People. Everyone, say who you are. Say who you are. Hey, this is Angelo.
Angelo.
I'm not there. I'm Cedric, the European champion. Oh, yeah. I am. You guys here? You guys want Tomas?
Tomas is there. Okay, I heard
Of
Tomas.
course, we have Lars Borg.
Yep.
we got a lot of viewers here, all sat watching the game. You're ignoring our chat.
I'm not ignoring anything. Okay, so we see there's a weather vane coming from B-Fred.
A live stream on our TV in the bar we're in. We can't get the live stream, but we're currently watching live stream on large Pork's phone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys are watching the game. So, who do you guys want to win?
Who do you want to win?
I mean, I kind of want B-Fred to win, but Yoshi's good too.
Yeah. Well, we see Han shooting the Falcon going down the Hoth for 4-4 after we see Hayden
What I
coming
heard
out.
is Europe's rooting for B-Fred.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for calling. I'm glad to hear that you're listening.
Just wanted to let you know this side the pond's watching.
Yep.
Thank you very much for
Thank you,
having
guys.
us, and it's a surprise guest. And then watch out for the I4 regionals tomorrow. Results posted soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, Dan. Take it easy.
Okay.
Peace out.
Bye.
I wonder if Brian and Yoshi were listening to that and were like, what is going on?
Why? Like,
So,
I mean, but that was actually really cool. I think we need to do more of that during events.
that
like
was
during
a
streaming.
fun little random call in from,
So
what do we got here? A call from the I-Thor regionals in Spain that's happening
yeah, that's
tomorrow
a first.
morning. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, Ray
So,
going on. So Ray coming down onto a Red Squadron 4. It's gonna pull a card out for B-Fred.
So Fred must be just missing something on his pull.
Yeah,
So
maybe like a
because
Rogue
I don't
One.
like that Ray play at all, but it makes sense if you're just missing something. I mean, he pulled Commander Luke with Echo Base Garrison.
Yes.
So there's one. Oh, there's his marker site on sand. That's not great for him, although it does mean he can get it.
Yeah, it's an easy way to get it. I mean, he's also got
At some
an
point.
escape pod on there, so it looks like he is running multiple escape pods.
Well, yeah, he's used it twice, and there's no way he went through his whole deck. So
Yeah.
that's sixes are good. I heard. I mean, if you just draw sixes, good things happen. That's the Chris Kelly school of
Yeah, but
deck building. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, do we want our viewers to actually follow along with the Chris Kelly school of deck building?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've worked with Chris on trying and tweaking some decks. I'm pretty sure he just starts every deck with 5 times Luke Jedi Knight and then figures out what else goes in.
That's fair.
So, and honestly, like, I don't necessarily blame him for that. Luke's a fun card. So I
now,
love, though, that Brian's sitting on that Grimtosh and is stopping Sam from even using IG-88 until he gets another card out. Like,
And there we go.
how
Brian.
many escape pods is Fred running?
I don't know, but we just
Because
saw
he just
an
lost
escape
that
pod.
one from hand.
Yeah, he lost that one from hand, and he lost projection of the Skywalker off the top. There's the
So he
battle order and
was-
first strike going out for Sam. Sam gets out Jabba's Haven as well. So now Sam is dumping some cards, so he's going to have a little bit of flexibility with his hand.
And I did call the projection to put on the holo game board, but like,
Yeah,
that just feels like such a weird. I mean, I guess it's a way to turn the weather vane, and it's a non-battleground. You can't really get
mm-hmm.
overflowed at, and
And we have
if your
Mike-
opponent loses,
Hey, speaking of which, Mike Kessling is
3
in
escape
the
pods?
chat. Yeah, speaking of 3 escape pods.
Yeah. Mike's like, I wonder which pile I'm going to face next week when they
Yeah.
top 8.
I
Be
will say this.
17 escape pods and see where the deck goes.
For the fun and exciting, like, the thrill of, like, for the entertainment value, I kind of want to see B-Fred win, because I do think we would need to have at least a 2-hour time limit on the game.
Yeah. I mean, the entertainment of why did you hide the game from
Because I'm
Twitch?
tired of I forgot to close Discord before we streamed.
Okay. I'm like, oh, so
And there's now Hutta. Yeah, I didn't want the little Discord thing popping up.
yeah, I understand. I shut mine down.
I I, I literally
All right,
forgot
so
about
Mike
it after work.
had both lists. Three
Three
escape
presents
pods,
of the
three
three presents
projection.
of Skywalker. I love it. Oh my gosh.
That doesn't seem excessive or anything.
It feels like what did Brian take out
I
of this
almost
deck?
wonder if Brian's trying to like throw in a sabak and just go all in on.
Cheese.
Yeah, like he's not trying to win. He's just trying to break Sam's brain and have him time out. Like have him hit a decision timeout because he's done insanity.
I mean,
So
but has Brian Fred ever done insanity in his life? Do we know Brian Fred is the insane person?
Brian's got some insane. Brian's a little crazy. I love Brian, but Brian is very Brian.
So we're
So
we're gonna go ahead and ask him, Mike. Who do you want to see in the top 8? I mean, you can always call in. I think
I mean,
have
you
my
got to
num-
reiterate that it's Mike. Which teammate do you want to see lose here? That's how you got to phrase it.
Is that whoa? Why do you got to be negative? What teammate do you want
Because
to
it's
see
way
win?
more fun.
Is it
Yeah.
though? Okay, so Brian goes ahead and drains. He does turn the weather vane. Sam loses a calm scan detection and a dark time for the rebellion.
So, and both
Get
of
him
those
on the
were
phone. Yeah,
off
I mean,
deck. Yeah.
Mike, you could easily join us. We just had the Lodge Polg, Kevin Yap, Tomas, Angelo on the phone. They called in.
All right. So Beefheart
There's
went and got Commander
Commander
Wedge.
Yep.
There's the Unita to go get back his projection.
And he puts the Unita onto the audience chamber. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, even though you could put it anywhere, it just feels good putting it on the audience chamber so that way.
Yeah, I mean, it gets around Despair, but he's not going to be.
Yep. There's the projection
touching
going
Despair.
down.
He's just piling effects at that site. So.
Mike's too chicken to call in and be like, I want this
Yeah.
person to win.
I do need to see. There we go. There's Commander Luke to satisfy battle order for Brian as well, because he's got to get that going.
Yeah. And, I mean, now he's threatening, like, he's actually threatening more damage to Sam.
Yeah, like Sam's definitely going to have to respond to this. It's just.
And there's Grimtosh stacking onto the Dejaric the Holo Game Boy.
I hate everything about that.
And we have Kevin Yap trying to call us again. I'm going to mute it. No, I'm not accepting this one. Sorry, Lodge. Sorry, La Polka. We're trying to be a little bit professional here.
I don't like the Grimtash on the Holo Game Board. Sam's absolutely got Image of the Dark Lord in the deck.
What if he doesn't?
And he can go get it right now.
What
and
if he
just
doesn't? Make him. What does Batmouse always say?
Yeah, I know Batmouse loves to say make him prove it, but like there's a time when you just go, this isn't a make him prove it, because you know he's got it in the deck and you know he can fish for it with IG.
Do you know?
I would be very surprised if he
Bill
doesn't
Kafer
have
says
Image.
he doesn't love the image in the CCT.
Yeah.
And Maz Kanata?
I don't hate Maz.
I don't hate her, but I like her kind of.
She's a decent pilot. The
Yeah.
attrition -1 is actually a thing.
And
She can go fetch you a couple
Fred
aliens.
reverting again.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to throw her
Oh
as a
no!
pilot on.
Okay, Bill, please don't
Okay.
push that on us. If he's playing Ancient Watering Hole, Maz going down to the main generators.
I mean, I played the Echo Base Operations Ancient Watering Hole. It's not good.
Yeah,
It's not bad, but it was
it's a Garrett deck.
it was more an interesting deck than
Okay.
this is really good.
Okay, just for your
Wow.
yeah.
Sam's only hologram is Gix, so Brian's going to get that drain
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Which
means he can
okay.
just keep turning that weather vane all day.
Yeah, no, that's big. And, honestly, like, he's going to be doing the drains for 0, too. Like, Ma's sitting at the okay, drain for 0, turn the vane.
Yep.
So,
and
I like the position B-Fred's put himself in, but at the same time, Sam's now got 17 force. He can go get something with Iggy. And
well, he can't deploy to the main power generators.
Yeah, but he can deploy on top. I'm not worried about him deploying to Maz.
Yeah.
Like, Tanis Spijek isn't a thing anymore, but he's got to go after
you're thinking of Jaquil, not Tanis. Tanis was a light side.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Gik and Hujix. They were omnipotent, and they were,
Yeah,
but they were the same card in my mind.
So
Brian loses transmission terminated from hand, which makes sense. I don't think that card's going to come into play. That's a hunt down card.
Yeah.
And maybe stop cloaking, but I don't think you're going to worry about that too much.
Yeah, and if Brian is able to get out another Echo Site battleground or marker site, he can actually start retrieving from that as well.
Well, his other marker site's on I don't like sand.
Yeah.
So you got to assume if Sam's going to come attack him, you're going to see him grab the marker site off sand right away, and then he's still going to get 2 Destiny because Commander Luke is, if not able to otherwise.
And those speeders are immune less than 6.
Yeah, like
Brian's not in a bad position.
Brian's in a good spot.
Yeah.
Sam's got to do something here to
change the math. Sam should be retrieving.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't hate to see Sam throw almost any random dude at the Carbonite Chamber and just add that drain of 1 and put resistance in effect so he can. That drain on Hoth is still just a 2.
Yeah.
Although I think that is just a 2 anyways.
Yeah,
I don't think
both of those drains right now are just 2.
Yeah.
You're thinking
so you don't necessarily need resistance, but
if he gets out Commander Wedge Antilles, he's the one who adds 1 to the drain.
But it's just at his site, so you just throw Commander Wedge at one of the drain 1 sites and turn it into a 2, and you're still not worried about resistance.
Drain for 6.
If I'm Sam, I think I'm throwing basically anyone that can draw Battle Destiny by themselves at the Carbonite Chamber just to stick a drain.
So now going. With the Probot coming
down. Did we see a second Maz hit the Lost File?
Yes. I don't know what's going on.
I know I normally look kind of stupid, but me staring at the screen looking stupid is more a function of Brian having me utterly befuddled.
Okay, I know you're probably not going to share this list, but Mike, if there's any chance you would be willing to share this list, I just want to see it. And there it is, Zuckuss going down.
There we see Zuckuss. Yeah, I think that's a...
No, but
exactly
here's the problem.
Where you want to put it.
Here's a big problem. It's going to cost Sam 2 force to move each of those characters. It's going to cost him 4 force to move a character.
Sam might have forgotten about that.
Mara moves for free.
Mara moves for free because Luke's on.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, as soon as she is, yeah. I always forget about that little part of Mara's game text.
Yeah,
But given the fact that there's so many cards in this game,
yeah,
it's and I'm trying to learn other games.
And
Boshek.
Brian gets Boshek does not have a species, I don't think.
No.
He does not. Okay. So maybe we're not seeing he's a good pilot. So maybe we're not seeing the watering hole craziness. So.
Okay, so Brian activates 2, Sam activates 1. Brian's going to use Walkling to take an effect. To take out Projection Skywalker. Interesting.
And are we going to see him project the first marker and
maybe
run Maz away?
I necessarily don't hate that.
And Brian missed with his Echo Base Garrison pull.
Wedge, Hobby,
Yeah, but
and back to.
but he
Like, there's
just
not a
went and got
lot.
something with Walkling. How did he not know what was in
I
there?
don't know. It's Brian. At this point, I have no.
It's B Fred. Sometimes you just kind of smile and nod.
There's a drain at the Hall of Game board for one. The weather vane rotates. Drains for 2 at the third marker, or I'm sorry, the second marker,
and the weather vane rotates.
and drains
And now
for
it's only a
1.
drain of 1 at Hoth, but
Yes.
the weather vane rotates, and Brian gets back any card.
I wonder if he's going to get back that escape pod V.
What else has he got in Lost? A Maz, probably the lone rogue.
Yeah, that's not actually a terrible card for this game.
Yeah,
But he gets back the escape pod
he gets
V
back
because
the escape pod. All
it's
right,
a
why
Destiny
not?
6.
I'm still confused what his plan is to. So now we see Luke going to grab a speeder and
Yeah. He
also
misses.
failing.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian's got to figure out what he wants to do with Maz there, simply because you can't just leave her at that. You can't leave her there. You don't really want to start a battle into
No.
him.
You can react with the speeders, so you could theoretically just move Maz away and then react with the speeders in the control phase.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if he just throws projection on that site and moves everybody one speeder over.
Hunter's saying that we could easily just put he could easily put the Presence of the Skywalker onto the Hall of Game board, add more stuff to there.
I don't even want to know why you would do that. Whole thought process just confuses me. Like the whole hollow game board just throws me, but I love that it's there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so B Fred says, "No, I am gonna battle." Honestly,
but Sam has a barrier.
Great. Like Brian's okay with that.
Yeah.
Like Sam, it costs Sam a ton to go in and reinforce, and Sam also has to be at least a little bit concerned that Brian could be dropping a barrier and stick a guy in front of Luke and Zev. And we do see the projection to increase that Grimtosh drain.
Is that what that does?
Those are, that's a series of words I never expected to say on stream. Brian plays projection on table to increase his drain where he has Grimtash.
I mean, normally, like, you see people do that, but it's a mistake.
Yeah, like, usually when that deploys on table, someone's going, revert, revert, revert. I'm
flabbergasted.
Befuddled is really, I think, the correct term. I like moving Maz away there.
Yeah.
No need for her to get shot by Mara's saber.
And you put her onto a speeder.
So put her on the speeder, so now Zev can react over, and
yeah, no, I like what B Fred is doing.
B Fred's in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really good for him to be able to get like that site cleared, just so he could flip back to the 0 side because.
I mean, he's drawing 2 Destiny potentially,
and some into attrition less than 5. He has he's drawn the 2 Destiny like you were saying. So he's got options.
If he doesn't clear the site, what's
if you're on the 0
what's
side,
Sam's play here?
Yeah.
Like, does Sam want to start the battle to retrieve and then risk?
I think Sam's play jumped? Is to possibly move into the war room.
Yeah.
Because then it's a drain of 2. And all of Brian's
it's a drain of 1 there.
Oh, okay.
The war room's a drain -1, so it's still a drain, and maybe
Brian's best characters are pilots for speeders, so
yeah. Like, I don't hate Sam just moving in there and saying, okay, I'll drain for 1 here, and it's not none of this is spectacular for Sam.
No.
And like, if Brian went into this as I want to build a deck that just counters, just gives Sam counterplay. That's a good spot. So it looks like Sam grabbed a card and is now
Thinking no.
took a revert. Might have
Yeah.
grabbed the wrong. So must have misclicked on what he meant to grab. I mean, I don't hate what Fred's got going on here. Like, he's kind of putting Sam in a not great spot. Like, Sam's draining for 3.
Yeah. And
Like, that's what I was talking about,
Brian's-
that CCT doesn't necessarily do a ton of damage just by itself.
No, but now
As
Sam
an
can
artillery.
loop the artillery,
Yeah,
as we see
which
a
is
Corn Far go off the
good.
top. Corn Horn goes as well. And those are 2 cards that Brian knew what they were, so he just can lose them. There
Yeah,
goes
and
Follow the
there's-
Legend non-V.
Got to pull that weather vane.
And it's a Destiny 6.
Yep. And there's Control Tunnel Vision off the top as well.
I don't hate losing the Control Tunnel Vision. Like, Sam's,
No, you're fine with it.
yeah, because Sam's not doing right now more than
Yeah.
1.
But like I said, neither deck's doing a ton of damage right now, and neither deck's necessarily set. I mean, Brian's actually set up to do more damage. If
Yeah, he's
Sam,
doing 6.
with Sam not having an answer for that Hollow Game Board Drain a 2, that's going to get real obnoxious real quick.
Yeah.
So, and there's Shizor, who does nothing alone at that site because he's still got the ability. I mean, I guess you're moving him to.
Well, Zev is what? Building. Okay. Adds a
Zev
Destiny.
is 2, and
Yeah, but like I
Maz
said,
is 4, so
Yeah,
you get the
6.
6.
but like you were
And
saying,
you can react over,
yeah, you just react over with Luke.
or you just react over with Dash, and
Well, I think you react over with Luke because you want the 2 Destiny. You want to take a card off of these.
and actually Dash can't react anyways. So yeah, you react over with Luke. You take the card off Sand.
But then, okay, but here's the thing though. Do you leave Dash alone to get beaten down by Mara and Probot?
Dash isn't getting beaten down by Mara and Probot.
Yeah,
Post
true.
piloting, Dash is drawing 2 Destiny and is immune to less than 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Sam
think
is much more likely to lose dudes than Dash.
Yeah, Sam's
or
moving
than,
stuff. Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah, Sam's just trying to lock in here's the Dengar. I'm going to try and shoot you, but like Zev's maneuver 7, he's not shooting Zev.
Yeah.
So let's
I mean,
see
he does have
where-
a 7 in the deck, so he's probably going to try and shuffle up his Destiny here at some point.
Yeah, because
But
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
low in
I
his-
don't see Brian initiating because Luke's not there.
I don't see Brian having any reason to initiate. Like, Brian's doing 4 drains this turn. Granted, one of them's for 0. And
he's
getting
spinning
back
the
a
wheel.
card with the
Yeah.
Weather Vane. And there's no reason for him to start that battle unless he gets Wedge. Like, maybe if he goes and
Yeah.
finds Wedge.
Like, I would consider moving Luke over and then swapping Rogue One with Rogue Two.
Yeah, and I could even see putting Maz on as a... doing the Maz jumps off and jumps on.
Yeah.
Brian keeps using Echo Base Garrison after he activates. I don't like that.
Okay, he takes Hobby.
So, and it's non-V hobby, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just straight hobby. So he wants the +2 to maneuver
Why
with
not?
Rogue 4.
Like,
well,
you
I mean,
really don't want to see Dengar shoot any of your spears.
Yeah. Dengar and P59 are kind of scary
Yeah.
when stuff starts getting tracked because they're effectively killing 2 to 3 cards a time. Because they kill the guy and the pilots.
Yeah. Brian
So-
saves through Force, though.
So why did Brian activate and then look with Echo Base Garrison? I guess
I don't
he's
know, and honestly,
I'm-
I don't know what Brian is doing, so I'm just going to hear for the ride.
I'm confused and smiling politely. So
As we see him drain for 2 at the game board. There goes he's
I
no good
mean,
to me dead and accelerate.
so Sam's got 26 cards to Brian's 23. Like it's going to be a similar.
And the thing is, like
Going to be very
now,
similar in terms of.
so Brian has, or I'm sorry, Sam has no cards in his force pile.
Yeah, but he can activate one with the
That's
carbon
true.
chamber.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So he could
that's.
theoretically get out Greedo because he just did take
Yeah.
Greedo. As we see Brian just
Yep.
draining across
Drain
the
for
field.
0. Turn the. There went P59 off the top. Now,
Yeah.
this is where Brian would love to be able to cause one more damage just to cover up P59.
And he
Like,
takes Torn far back this time.
because that's the one thing, like, you don't necessarily want to just sit there and let Sam initiate battles because of scum.
Yes, 100%.
Like, yeah, you're threatening the Luke move over, but between scum and if Sam's got some sort of barrier canceller, that's not a good thing for you. So there's Boshek going up against Zuckus.
Just like in the movies? Okay.
And Din Djarin. Okay.
Djarin.
As I say, he's got to have somebody else because if Zuckus excludes, you're in a sad panda.
Yeah, and now, like, it doesn't matter. He's going to have somebody up there.
Yeah, he's got somebody who's going to draw Battle Destiny, which is all you're trying to do.
And Hobby
okay,
joins.
he says, I'm going all out. I think that means you're just going to see Dash move to the marker as well. Like you just leave the second marker, or you leave the main power generators and move Dash over and say, well, if you battle, bad things are going to happen.
Yeah. Especially with a lot of Sam's good characters focused on Hoth.
Yeah, like
he's probably got
at
an
this
Aura
point,
Sing.
Brian's going to lose one guy probably in the battle with Zuckus.
Yeah.
And if Zuckus misses on the shot, Sam could actually end up peeling a few.
Oh, he gets the plus because of despair. It's going to bring him up to 5. He'll
be at 5 plus Destiny, but if he misses the shot on Din, he's at 5 plus Destiny to 9 plus 2 Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, that's not ideal.
I mean, Zuckus has what, forfeit value of 4?
I think he's
got to be more than 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
no, he's 4. He's a 4/4. And Brian says he's not going to start a battle. I don't like that necessarily. Like I don't like putting Sam in the position to start battles because of scum.
I agree.
Like that if it wasn't for scum, I'd be a lot more, oh, this is okay. But with scum, you're putting him in a position to he can initiate the action, he can retrieve with scum.
Yeah, I agreed.
And you're not really draining a ton.
Yeah, you don't want Sam retrieving 3 force on his turn.
No, and I think that's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
Is Sam's going to get back P59 with my favorite decoration, and then he's going to get back. He's just going to deploy more guys with Zuckus and retrieve. Fred could very well have a barrier.
He did save 2 force.
He could have started a battle, killed Zuckus, still had the barrier with his 2 guys that were there, and made it at least less tempting for Sam to come down and battle into.
Yes, I agree.
I'm against most other decks, I like Brian's line a lot. Against Scum, I don't like it nearly as much. So
what I'm hearing is the Jawa Council just needs to ban Scum permanently.
Then how will Kendall play court?
I don't know. That's for the Jawa Council to figure out.
So Sam goes and gets a card, does some draining. Yeah, Eric, I don't necessarily disagree that I don't love deploying those guys there in any way, but I think I would have preferred a. And Brian just lost a projection from hand.
Yeah.
He could have just thrown that at the war room and said, okay.
Yeah, it's a drain of 0.
Like at that point, it's a drain of 0. It's well, no, he can't. It's 2 dot unique, and he's got 2 in play. Never mind. So.
And that's why Brian's still playing, and we're sitting here doing commentary and talking to Europeans.
I'd have gotten there eventually. I probably would have been like, why wasn't it light up? Oh, yeah. So, and there's
Zuckuss.
Forlam, who's going to add a Destiny with Zuckuss. And Brian's not snapping out a barrier, which is real bad here.
Yeah. But now, I mean, Sam only has 2 Destiny there.
Django, who doesn't do much of anything. Sam, you're almost not as worried about the Zuckuss shot. You point at Din with Forlam to cancel his text, and then draw your 2 battle destinies, and
that's true. Yeah,
win the battle. And Django's really just there for forfeit fodder.
Yeah.
So,
Eric in the chat saying,
hobby.
Yeah.
That's Eric getting a little roasty.
And more.
There. And yeah, that was like, this would have been bad for Sam or for Brian had he battled into Zuckuss, but it's more bad right now because of that second Destiny.
Yeah, but I mean, the other thing is, notice how many cards Sam has on the table now. Sam's at 19. Now, granted, Sam is at 19 in Life Force and 3 enhancements.
Brian's got a lot of cards in hand, too. Brian's got a lot of cards on table, too.
Yes.
And Sam did just retrieve 2 with Scum.
Yeah.
And, he's basically locked up that site, and he's paid a lot more in guys to do it.
Yeah.
But it's still just not a great position for Brian. And
and this is why Bill Kafer is probably the wittiest. Yeah, Bill wins Twitch today.
This is why you keep Hobby in the speeder, so you don't do things like this. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Brian subtracts 1 from the first Destiny, and Sam draws another 5. So it's 26-9.
I mean, I'd almost not draw. 26-9, you're down.
Hey, Sam's immune.
17. No.
Oh,
I think
Forlam
is not.
Forlam
I was going to say. You're down 16, you would have been down 17, and he loses Dre and Ponda instead. I guess you had to draw because you were going to be down
1.
You'd have had to peel 2 if you don't draw.
Yeah.
But that was, Hobby wasn't excluded. That would have been.
Yeah.
I think. So if Hobby's excluded.
I think he won the 2 Destiny. He only had 2 cards in his reserve deck, and he drew 2 Destiny.
No, and I think Brian. I think what Eric's trying to think out, and I think he's right, is if you exclude Hobby, you stick him there.
And then that way you just
he's got a. Then Brian's really got to figure something out.
But I mean, Brian could easily
all those
just
escape
move
pods. He hasn't
to
grabbed a Hoojix.
Yeah, I mean, he easily could have just moved to the security tower.
And then Sam jumps him with any random numpty.
Yeah, and
because Hobby is power 2, ability 2.
And I get that.
This I like the idea of what's Brian went with here. It was going to be a hard slog against Scum.
It's kind of too cute.
Yeah, the projections and the escape pods and stuff, like he's not clearing Sam off of ground,
No.
and he needed to clear him off of Hoth. Like this is what's doing him in right now beyond anything else, is just he can't clear him off Hoth, and there's nothing he can do to keep this.
So, you know how I asked for this list earlier? I don't want it anymore.
I mean, we've seen most of it, honestly. Like, pull up a replay and we can see all of it. And, like,
Yeah.
So, also, once Sam canceled Din's text, why didn't Brian take a card off Sand?
Good question. And Sam uses the masterful move in Endor Occupation to cancel the 4-strain at the Jajaric Hollow game board.
It does that?
That's dirty, and I love it. I really hope Sam knew that. I'm going to give Sam. I'm going to give Sam so much credit if he actually knew that.
I feel a lot less bad as Eric's like, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's literally like, Eric, just like, really good player.
That?
But holy crap!
All of this is falling into the what the heck is going on?
And why is Brian Fred deploying more starships?
Because he's going to move over to Nel Hutta.
Yeah, he's going to move the HCF over to Nel Hutta. Yeah.
I think you move the HCF and Ray.
Yeah.
I think you say, fine, I'm going to leave Leia's transport there.
Yeah.
You might even do I'm going to shuttle up Maz and say, if you battle Zev, you're going to get Commander Luke over. I'm going to get around. I'm going to draw 2 with Shizor.
And idea track, I think Sam might, just because Sam is one of the players who.
And there's Commander Wedge in space.
I mean, he hasn't found the speeder at all this game.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm not actually crushed about Commander Wedge, because I think he would have been fine on any of it now.
No, it has to be his speeder.
Yeah, while piloting AT-47, Wedge draws if unable to otherwise, and if opponent draws more than 1, may cancel 1.
Yeah, read the first part of his game text, though.
Yeah, I know. The first part of his game text only works with...
Yeah.
The drain bonus only works with Rogue 3, but this is where, again, I'd have thrown Wedge to the marker. I'd have shuttled Maz up to Leia's transport.
Oh, you would, yeah, and then you would have.
And then I'd have jumped Wedge onto Rogue 2 and said, "All right, we're going to battle here. You get 2, but I'm going to cancel the second one. Well, you're not shooting me."
But you couldn't have initiated the battle. Sam.
Yeah, that's fine. You're never going to be initiating that battle. You're down 5 power. That you're not initiating that battle either way. Yeah. Maybe you do next turn when Maz leaves and is replaced by Commander Wedge, and you're 3 more power plus canceling the destiny, but
yeah,
you're probably not starting that battle anyways, and ultimately that's part of why Brian's losing this game. Is he's not starting battles, so he's letting Sam dictate the flow of the game.
It's called Star Wars for a reason.
It's not stars stare at each other and 4-strain.
Yeah.
So, because that's always been the crux with walkers, is figuring out how you go defensively. They're monsters. Like, you don't want to battle into speeders because Commander Luke reacting all over the place and drawing 2 battle destinies is crazy, and it's scary. But if you just ignore them and say, fine, I'll let you start the battle, they don't do that well.
Yeah.
And that's where I think Brian's sort of figuring that out. Like, he's got 2 very scary speeders there, because Dash with Poe is a scary speeder, but he's not doing anything with it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he kind of got cute with this speeder deck, and I get that, like, the whole He's doing stuff with the holo game board. He's doing stuff with the other stuff, but
I mean, he got cute, but he's also not doing.
he's not doing anything.
He's not taking some of the steps that would have potentially put him in a position to do better as well.
Yeah.
Like, frankly, yeah, there, I was going to say he needed to move Poe there and force Sam to say, all right, I think I need to walk away.
Just walk away.
Like, you force Sam to move into the I think you force Sam to walk into the first marker, and like now you get your drain, and then you follow with the two guys and block Sam's drains and just stick with it. And honestly, what you do is you wait for Sam to walk into wherever Sam's going to walk, and then you
because like Sam
lock
was
him
doing
in there.
The read, like Sam's doing only 3 damage at this point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like Sam's not doing a lot of damage, but Brian's put a lot of cards on table, and Brian's not doing a lot of damage.
Brian's
which is
he's
really
doing
the
4
killer
right now.
Yeah, but Sam's retrieving 1, so
Yeah.
they're netting the same.
Yeah.
And every time Sam starts a battle, he's retrieving 2 more.
Yeah.
Like, it's... I don't know.
Yeah.
I still maintain Brian would have been in a much better spot if he'd have switched Wedge and Maz there.
Yeah.
I don't hate him putting the ship out once he was going to move in front of Nalhutta and force some action.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, again, you've got to make something happen. It's just, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So before we go any deeper into Sam's turn, why don't we go ahead and do our trivia question for today? The trivia question will be first person in the chat who can tell me what virtual set Commander Wedge Antilles V was printed in will win a GEMPC pack. Garrett, you can't win.
I don't know if I'm right either. I literally just picked a number and hit enter.
Okay, so I'm going to check it here in a second. It is going to be the number. I'm going to have to check it on the screen. So,
and there's Brian getting back
we
to
have a
6 as
4,
he
a
puts
3,
Walkman out
an
of play.
8, a 1. You know, I could just check it over here. I'm just going to check it over here.
So just click the... He's not... Any of those are right. There we go.
There's none are right. Yep. Mr. Zeb Heem, please tell me who you are, sir. And we'll get you a GIMP AI pack for being correct and besting players who have played this game forever.
All right, and Sam drained for 3.
Yeah.
Brian played around a little bit. Sam retrieved 1. Retrieved a We Must Accelerate.
Yeah.
And now he's just verifying his reserve deck. I'm sure
Is that your
he's only drawing 1 Destiny
GIMP
in space. Like, I don't think he's starting a battle in space. I don't know what his plan is in space here.
Sam or Brian?
Sam.
Sam's going to deploy some extra stuff up in space and just say, let's
maybe.
go.
All right. Yeah, he just moved Hondo from
'Cause
pilot to
there's
passenger
Woof.
to put Woof. All right, so
Okay, thank you.
he'll subtract 1 from
And it's got
the
built-in
Battle
immunity.
Destiny. Yeah. There's a Stinger. Are we going to see Guri as well, just to add a Battle Destiny? And Sam just says, all right, let's rock. Maybe even a Greedo for forfeit fodder.
Goldenrod. Yep.
So he'll have to pay 2 for his Guri. Okay.
Yeah. I think at this point, if you're Brian, you just have to get, you got to do as much damage as you can to Sam.
You can't. Like, at this point,
yeah, I know.
honestly, at this point, I think if
over
you're
and you're
Brian,
allowing him to retrieve 2 at this point.
Yeah, this is match play. I think at this point, you're almost looking at drain and then draw up.
You think?
Like, you're not getting it closer. I don't think you're getting it closer.
I mean, like I said, Sam's going to be doing 3. Brian's doing 4 right now.
Yeah, but Sam's retrieving 1, so Brian's netting 3.
Yeah, that's true.
And anywhere Sam goes, or anywhere Brian is, Sam can just drop a guy and retrieve 2 more.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a good position for Brian to be in. So...
Yeah. I mean, I
There
like
he's
that
grabbing off sand.
and I like that he finally took a card off sand.
This is really only the second battle. Like, there's only been one other battle, the battle at the
Yeah.
Carbonite Chamber. Like, I don't hate the... There's the 4 for Destiny to Power.
So he's still down by 1 before Battle Destiny.
Yeah, I mean, Scum doesn't traditionally have great Destiny, but it
Watch
wouldn't
Sam
shock me
draw
at
the
all if
5.
Sam's got like a 5.
Yeah, Sam's going to draw 5 here.
That's fine. Yeah, Ray was moved there as forfeit fodder. Yep, there's the 5.
And I wasn't
that's
even a
fine.
trackable 5.
I mean, when you looked at your deck, Sam knew what he was drawing.
Yeah.
So Sam used a bounty, looked for a bounty with Nalhada. He knew what he was drawing there.
Yeah.
Is somebody got a response to that 5?
I don't think so. Like, there's no way to cancel or modify it with the card off of sand.
Yeah, Well, I mean, you could still play the card to modify it. It just has no effect.
Yeah. I don't think Brian's that bad.
And Brian draws a 6, so
Golf
it'd be a
clap.
7 because of
Brian wins the battle.
yeah. And I mean, it's really just the 7 attrition, which honestly might just be Curry. Like,
Yeah, I don't think you. I mean, it might be Mithron, Renudo, and Hondo.
yeah,
Because then you don't get 2 Destiny up there still.
Yeah,
I think it's Gurry.
I might just go Gurry. Like, yeah, it feels a little bad, but like, and Sam or Brian's, I'm sure, just going to lose Ray.
Yeah.
But like, Brian can't really battle into that now. I guess if he's got a character, maybe, but like, again, do you want to? Like,
Yeah, I don't think you do. But here's another question. Like, Sam, do you battle on the ground?
with only 1 Destiny? No, heck no. You can't shoot. You're going to lose. Yeah, you move in front of Commander Luke and say, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
Java
move
costs,
everybody
like,
in front
2
of
force.
Commander Luke. Yeah. And I think you stay at Nalhada. You're fine with staying there.
Yeah, because I agree. Like, Brian's only getting drain of 1. Regardless, it's going to be a drain of 1 wherever Sam goes.
So I think Brian's thinking of battling.
With Luke?
I think he's going to battle with both because his deck is now silly high Destiny.
I just don't like.
Even
like
with
said,
that,
he
like
needs
he's
okay.
drawing he's drawing 10 in space, or if he battles with Luke on the ground, he's drawing 10.
Love it. He prevents the Hanchu and the Falcon from cloaking.
Yes, wow.
Or using tractor beams or firing weapons.
It was just a track of 5, and Sam rightly grabbed it. Yeah. I could definitely see just activate 2.
And now Brian's doing 4 damage to Sam.
5. 2, 2, and 1.
Oh, 2, 2, and 1, yeah.
Like,
and he's only got 2 cards in hand.
All right, and Brian is not battling twice.
No.
I kind of thought he might. I thought he might try and go because he can draw.
If he knows that he's getting super high Destiny here, I would actually consider with Luke.
So his Destiny is the 6 and whatever was in his force pile when he walklinged back the escape pod.
Yeah.
Because if he'd only activated 2 instead of the 4, he'd have had a 6 and a 4.
Yeah.
On top, which would have been I'll kill Shizor and Dengar or Jabba and Dengar. Like,
yeah.
Either way, it puts Sam in a position of having to deploy guys to respond, which he may not have enough of anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still not a great position to be in.
No. And Brian retrieves 1 with the Weather Vane.
I'm wondering if he's just going to throw a pilot on Red Squadron 4 and just try and win that space in attrition.
Yeah. You know who would have been really good up there?
Hobby?
Yeah.
Actually, Hobby would have been functionally the same as every other pilot because he's
It
just a
gets,
plus
but
two.
but the ship gives it immunity.
Meh. I think it's 4, isn't it? And he's cracking it anyways. Yeah, you're whatever. You weren't worried about Hobby.
No.
You weren't planning on Hobby in space.
No. But
So,
were you really planning on him going to the carbonite chamber?
no, I don't think you were. Now, is Brian forgetting he can drain at the Hollow Game Board, or what am I?
Maybe he thinks that Sam took the
Oh,
masterful
so
move.
he's looking with Maz.
Well, he's in
Yeah,
the
he did.
he's
He
in the
just
deploy phase.
skipped.
Yeah.
Or did we miss that he did it and just didn't say anything? No, the carbon chamber console. He drained at the trench.
Yeah,
Drained
he did
at
not do it.
He did not drain. That was a mistake. Like even if Sam had went and got the masterful
Make him
move,
have
like,
it.
Force him to go get it every turn. Like,
Yeah, make him have it. Bat mouse.
forcing Sam to go get
101.
that every turn slows down whatever else he wants to do.
You know,
Because now one of his 2 Iggies is gotta be to cancel that drain.
I was gonna say, you know, if Brian was on the Killer Bees, he would actually learn that you have to follow the rules of what would make him have it. What would Bat Mouse do? Maybe it's time for
So
him
we
to like
do see the battle at the North Ridge, and there's the reacting Greedo, which means if he's only drawing a 10,
Yeah.
he's still going to be facing Shizor or Jabba and a guy, which is bad.
Yeah.
So let's see what Brian does here. I do imagine Brian's going to take a card off Sand.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would.
And maybe Brian's got 2 6s there, and that's going to make things
A little bit more
interesting. Because I think Luke's maneuver 6, so
yeah.
it's not an easy hit for Dengar.
No, it's not. I think he needs a 6 or higher.
Yeah, he's got to draw a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
And he's got at least the 7 in the deck, but I mean, Brian might have just not wanted to draw up. Like, I could definitely understand Brian saying, you know what, I'm not going to draw up. Let's make this interesting. But
yeah, but at the same time, there have been points where Brian just gets mollywomped, and it just says,
yeah,
I'm done. Concede all games.
We'll see, because I expect Brian will probably. Yep, now he's taking a card off Sand. I expect if Luke lives, you'll see Rogue 1 or Rogue 2 move to the North Ridge. So there's Sam played the masterful move, so
And
he had it.
He had
which
it.
is fine, but you make him use it.
Yeah.
So now he used it to go get a Gick and get that 1 out of his deck that he could have drawn otherwise.
Yeah.
Like that
And it
would
shuffles
have been,
up his deck. Maybe he gets like he'll draw a 7 for Weapon Destiny here and just like blow Luke off the planet of Hoth.
Keeping that 1 in his deck would have been
so much better.
Preferable for Brian here.
Yes.
You know, but that is what it is. Let's see. It's really, I think Sam's wanted to see his destiny, and is it even worth trying to shoot? Like, does he have the 7 in there to take the blind shot?
That's also true.
So,
I mean, he's only got 2 cards in hands. We know that one of them is a gig.
Brian is down in power. Like, Brian's down 10 power.
Yeah.
I don't think he makes that up on those 2 draws. Brian's going to lose some force here.
Yep. Dengar's going to take a shot.
We do see the pot shot. That ain't going to get there.
No. Come on. Cad Bane does not do it.
Nope.
I still think the other shot, like, I would still do it. Just, you know.
Yeah, if you have a 7 in there, you take the shot.
Yeah.
There's no downside to it. Ooh. That was close.
Made Brian sweat a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Brian could have played, they're tracking us to add 1 and get himself hit, but that kind of feels like a bad play. So
I was going to say, that would be like, yeah, that's like something I would do.
It would have been funny, though.
Yeah, but I don't think Brian's at the point where he wants to be funny. He's trying to advance to the top 8 to be funny against Mike Kessling.
Brian's in a bad spot right now to try and get there.
He is. He is.
Brian's going to have some work to do to...
if he had the attack formation, I think that what makes him immune and plus power. So that would have been good here.
The organized attack for speeders. That would have been good if he'd had it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what we're waiting on here.
Brian just wants to
Excuse me.
chew up some clock.
Honestly, they're both running a
clock.
little light on clock. So there's
There's
Fred
a
with a
6.
6. And they can't be modified with sand, so even if and a 3, so he's got a 9, which is 2 guys.
16. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 guys, and you're probably going to be down 5-ish force. Yeah, there's that
6.
5.
He's down 6. So he's
so
down
4.
No, he can't. He can't even do that, Brian. Come on, Brian.
Yeah, he can't. Well, he just wanted to use it. I mean, he's still.
I
down,
hope.
He's down 6. Like you almost have to lose Luke here,
unless he's. No, he's gonna peel.
Okay.
He's gonna honor James Booker by peeling cards and keeping Luke on the table.
I mean, okay, I guess all right.
I'm confuffled, but I'll allow it.
And he's peeling from hand. These were cards he probably wasn't going to get to play, so.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I think I'd probably lose the. They're tracking us, and there's the latest transport. Like, so Brian's down to 8 cards. He's going to get drained for 3.
It's going to bring him down to 5. Sam right now.
Although Sam can't start I don't think Sam can start a battle at the North Ridge.
No, but
now
I think Brian has to evacuate now Hutta. Okay, he does do
that.
Yeah, I don't think Sam can do the North Ridge because I know. Oh, so the fact that Sam is just sitting there in the Echo base war room means that Brian's going to be on the 7 side of his objective, which he does not want to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Brian is the only reason the U.S. won the Outrider. Yes, and he played decks that he knows, not
speeders.
This. But I don't think Brian can play Diplo right in this, because again, like Diplo is just not good.
And neither of these react for free, do they?
No. Honestly,
you know what? Zev's Rogue 2 doesn't react either. So I'm
confused. And now Sam's training for 4.
Yeah, and
I mean, I like not letting him retrieve 3 force this turn, but Sam's doing 4 damage.
I guess that's you don't let him retrieve 2, and then you in turn drain for 2 there, and you're just trying to lower it as much as you can, and then
because 2
draw
4 5 6 2 4 5 6. So yes, I mean Brian's threatening 5, or no, I'm sorry, 6.
And Sam just did a search for
an immediate
something with fanfare.
Destiny.
Yeah, and then activated the rest. So he must have not had enough to go after wherever he wanted to go after somebody.
Probably 12. If the game state does, 13. Which
because I'd imagine he's going to go get the Masterful Move combo just to make sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He just did.
2.
So not only that, like I mean, if he does that, I mean, he's draining for 4.
Yeah, it's.
And Sam's going to lose from hand.
Sam's going to lose a couple from hand. It'll be
retrieves, I mean,
it'll be 12 or 13.
He'll be at 16, 4 from hand, 1, so 15. That's right there. Brian, I don't think can take drains of another round of drain of 4.
No, Brian's dead after this turn. Brian's going to activate, Brian's going to drain, and Brian's going to draw.
Yeah. Because
there's nothing else. Like, the only reason he would do anything other than draw would be if Sam has a absolute brain fart and walks Shizor and Dengar in front of Luke and Zev and Maz.
Which I really think he doesn't.
Sam's not going to do that.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Sam's not going to do that. That's
No, I was just seeing how much Sam is doing to Brian. Sam's doing 5 right now.
like I could see Sam deciding to move over to Hoth and say, I've got enough to clear the.
I don't like this.
You go get a droid. You get to retrieve a droid. And then maybe that's what he's going to do. So he went and got Guri. Okay.
The reason I'm saying I don't like that is why you're losing a card from hand
Yeah, that
to block
feels
a drain
a
of
little
1.
wasteful. Yeah. Like you
Like-
could have moved Slave 1 and the Stinger to Hoth anyways
Yeah.
and blocked the drain of 1 and just said, look, there's
No.
enough forfeit
Oh
fodder
yeah,
there.
you'd have
He
to
doesn't
block.
need to worry
You'd have
about
to
it.
move the slave 1. Yeah, because the Stinger can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stinger's got a permanent pilot.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but it could have before you put
Yeah, I
Guri
would have
on it.
moved the slave 1 over by itself, left the Stinger there with no Guri.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's going to move everyone over and tell Brian to start a battle.
I mean, Brian's gonna draw. Drain for 2. I would get the drain with the holo deck first, just to make Sam have
And
the
Sam's
card.
going to retrieve
Yeah.
2 real quick.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's Sam just flexing his brain muscles on
it's
Brian.
match play. Sam's doing everything he can, and that's
No,
all
I
he
get
can
that.
do.
I like what Sam did there. It was
Yeah.
Brian forgot about that. No,
Yeah, Sam
has played this so flawlessly. So I gotta give credit to him, and I think a lot of it is Brian tried to be cute, play a deck that Sam was not anticipating.
Yep.
And Sam's just like, I don't care that I thought you were. I didn't realize you were playing speeders. I'm just a really good player.
Yeah, speeders is. So I think if I'm Brian,
I wouldn't.
what
play
I do
speeders.
here is, well, that's a separate. No, just to finish this out and minimize diff. I think you activate. I don't think you drain at the game board at all. I think you drain for 2 at the trench.
But if he
Sam's going to lose a card from hand and a card from deck. And then you don't drain at the holo game board because that just allows Sam to put a card back into the deck.
Yeah.
So it's a use to cancel the drain.
yes.
And then you just draw up.
Well, I
and
was
you
going
get
to
Sam
say,
down to
if
17.
you drain at the holo game board, it makes him have it. So even though he puts it back,
but he puts it
does
back
the
and
exact
then-
same thing.
Yeah, I guess it's 17 either way.
Yeah. So at least you making him have it. If he doesn't have it, you still get that in.
You get the extra
I
2.
don't understand Brian. Okay, Brian should be drawing up here, just so Sam doesn't retrieve an
Well,
extra
Sam
force.
just grabbed a card with IG too, which I don't. Or Brian might be intending to start a battle and just lose it and
blow up everything. Yeah.
lose cards, I guess.
Sam loses a Gick and the barrier, and yeah, he has the card, so he has 1 card left, and I'm assuming that's going to be the Masterful Move combo that just
And
Sam has nothing in his.
how bad does that feel? Like,
Oh,
there's the drain of 2 at
that's
the
a
game board,
flex.
and Sam did not have the Masterful Move.
Yeah.
All right.
And he didn't lose the 1 card that he had in his hand. Yeah, I think if you're Brian, just initiate and end the game. He got Sam down to 15. There's
Yeah,
really
you don't want him to
nothing-
retrieve anything else.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And
No,
I don't
Brian
even think you bother
could
retrieving.
Retrieve here, but I don't see why he would, especially when
Yeah.
he's initiated up in space where he's not even getting Battle Destiny.
No, he's getting a Destiny. He's just not getting the extra one with Haven.
He's
Oh,
not
yeah,
getting
he's
a
not
Battle
because of...
Destiny.
yeah, he's only getting the
Yeah.
Power Destiny.
I expected so, and there's any
And
methods necessary.
there's the any methods to
Yeah.
make it 16. All right.
I expected better from you, Garrett.
Oh, it's been a long day. So,
Bill is saying you can't peel everything here.
um,
Yeah, you can.
no, if Sam just doesn't draw, you can't peel anything. Honestly, if Sam just draws one, you put
Yeah.
Brian in a position where he can't peel
And then you
anything potentially.
And then you know what you do if you're Sam, you retrieve with the objective, you don't drain.
Okay, so Sam
Yeah.
does give him the out, and he
Yeah.
draws his two.
Yeah.
So Brian can peel.
Sam should not have drawn. He doesn't drain. He
Yep.
initiates, retrieves two more. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have
But
theoretically
I
initiated
honestly,
twice.
though, I think at that point, it's a game between friends. It's a game between teammates. Yeah. Sam does not necessarily want to, you know, he doesn't want to be that guy. And,
yeah, no, I get that.
And I respect that. I completely respect that from Sam.
No, definitely.
Like I would never want to be that guy playing against a teammate in a position to go to a top 8 like this, because it sucks when you both can't make it.
Yep.
But
no, it Fred needs to learn. Like, so yeah, that's it's never a good feeling to play a teammate, but at the same time, like, New Allies have 78 team members, so like at some point you're gonna
there's gonna be 5 of them in the top 8.
And at the same time, you look at this match and like they're friends, but at the same time, like, Brian shouldn't be mad at Sam for trying to win by as much as he can.
No, he should not.
Sam needs to.
Brian should be mad at whoever told him, let's play speeders. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our top 8. We're still waiting on the results of Joe Olsen versus Connor Britton. Once I believe they're going to be playing soon, and it's probably going to be like around the lunchtime game on the East Coast. So make sure you guys stay tuned to Twitch, Slack, Twitter, all the other fun stuff, all the social medias as we get this one scheduled. But right now, 6 out of the top 8 is complete, with 1 currently halfway. Matt Harrison Trainer faces off against Joe O'Connor. Nathan Russell versus Greg Shaw, the number 100 seed, and I cannot stress that enough. The number 100 seed faces off against Hall of Famer Greg Shaw, who is the 5 seed.
I mean, he took me out, and
how hard is that, though?
I mean, I didn't play great, but he did not play like a 100 seed. Let's phrase it that way.
No. But I'm just saying,
the
seeding committee definitely needs to take a look at what they did and be like, huh.
The seeding committee took a little. Seeding committee did not get there.
No, but I mean, they did a good job otherwise. I mean, 128 players in a bracket format, that's really hard. So I will give them props on that. But Nathan was kind of an unknown, even on the Killer Bees.
Yeah, no, so I honestly, I don't think any of us expected him to get there either. And I think it's, I'm super proud that he did. And then
yeah. I can't not wait for that game. Charlie advanced, Logan. That's all.
Yeah, all I saw. I know Charlie won his game with ISB versus Hitco, but it was real close.
Yeah.
I went to bed when I figured out Charlie was going to win by about 5.
And then again,
I don't know what happened.
Winning on Brian and Sam is the number 2 seed, Mike Kessling. And then also our top 8 contains Charlie Arlinson as the 14 seed, facing off against number 54. You announce his name, please.
Logan Peidig.
Yeah.
Or Peidig, excuse me.
Peidig.
Logan.
But it's Pi Day. Logan. Yesterday was Pi Day.
And he won.
He won.
Good for him.
Yeah. Wearing a Batman shirt. So there's Logan. Our top 8. So I think that's all we have for tonight. Everybody, thank you for watching. Once this game is scheduled, we'll make sure to get the game 2 up and running. Until then, everybody, take care, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as always, may the force be with you.